Hey everyone, my name is Michael Reynolds, and I work here at Grobot. The whole purpose of this video is just give you a quick demo of the platform, just so that way you have some information to share with your team. To start off with, this is the platform UI. When you come over here, you'll be able to see a list of all of your teammates within your workspace. You can click on them if you have admin privileges, go throughout their reports, their settings, and even reply for them. On top of that, for yourself, we're going to go through campaigns. You can set up as many campaigns as you'd like, and each one of them will have a quick view of the statistics that they have. You can open each one of them individually, or you can expand all at once and look at the statistics for all of them. Whenever you go to edit a campaign, you just click on the little pencil over here, and it opens up, and you can see each step. Think of these as dominoes. When the first one falls, you'll send a connection request. After that one falls, it hits the next one, and then it starts the timer down here below. You have 1 day and 3 hours till this automatically follows up. Once that domino falls, it'll go over to our perform action. You can do a list of all these actions. We're going to add more in the future. We did have an auto comment, but that's a story for another time. Your messages can be personalized, as we have personalized tags, and you can also quick preview them here. So this is what the person will see when you message them. Typically, when we're messaging people, we like to keep it between 3 sentences to 4 sentences at the most. Any more than that, and people just aren't going to read that. That's too much information for them to digest. And honestly, how many times are you reading a paragraph every time you get a message on LinkedIn? Not very often, if I had to guess. We also have enrichment credits. You have 250 of them a month, and we have a database of about 700 million contacts, and if we can find the email or phone number within our database, we'll use that enrichment credit and give you the email and or phone number. You can set this up as an automatic step like I have here in the campaign, or you can do it manually by going to prospects, which I will show you in just a second. The next step for our campaign here is sending an email. You can send emails if you already have them, or if you use the enrichment credit to find said email. There's no limitations to our emails, just about as customizable as any regular email. Another cool thing that we do is video. As you can see here, we have our own personalized video. All you have to do is record yourself here on the bottom left, and it'll auto scan the person's profile. We're having Molly here as our test subject. And you can click different pain points on the right hand side, and it'll scroll through their own profile personally. So it'll look like you took a lot of time out of your day to make a personalized video for them. I've seen a lot of good responses for it, and it really grabs people's attention. When you're making these campaigns, you typically want to have like a 3 to 4 day delay in between all of them, just so that way you're being concise and consistent. Consistency and timing really matter in this industry. All right, and then as we move on to the next step, when you have prospects, actually, take that back a second. And after you make your video, you can put it into this sequence really easily. Going forward, if you want to add a new search, all you have to do is use the regular LinkedIn search or Sales Navigator. We prefer if you use Sales Navigator, but you don't have to. All you do is you come in here, you make a list of your 2nd and 3rd degree connections, or your 1st degree. You make up your geography, your industry, the company headcount, who you want to reach out to, and then you copy the link, come over here and paste the link here, hit add search, and you're done. It was as simple as that. Now all the people that were within that search criteria, up to 2,500 of them, are going to be enrolled in this sequence. Moving on to the prospects tab. This is the prospects tab, so this is anyone you've ever reached out to is going to be in here. They're going to have different labels on them, so you can look for them accordingly. You can search by campaign or labels if you yourself have added any. And then here's the database that I was talking about, where if you want to use those 250 enrichment credits a month, this is where we'll be pulling it from. You can always buy more enrichment credits on a subscription basis, as many as you'd like at once. This is the inbox. As simple as the ones here at the top. See how this says 5 months, 3 months, 1 month? This just means that I've scheduled a follow-up message. So I'll click on Alexa here, for example. She basically said, let's touch base in June. So I was like, cool. I absolutely love to reach back out in June. This is my follow-up message that I have typed out and scheduled by clicking this button here and scheduling said time for June 5th at 8 a.m. It'll automatically send for me in 3 months. I did a similar thing here with Ted, 5 months. Over here on the right-hand side, you can't see it on this one. It's not for every single one, but for a good majority of them. It will pull up it'll just tell you where they live, basically, and it'll tell you if it's raining. This is where you'd also add labels if you want to add any of your labels. On top of that, right here, you can mark as a lead. You can star them, which I like to do because if I think that they're going to be a lead, I'll just star them, because you can come over here to the left-hand side and click on start and see anyone you've starred before. You can also resume campaign right here or pause campaign by clicking on which step you'd like to resume for them, and it'll ask for a confirmation after you do that. As well as if you use your enrichment credit, you'll have the email here and phone number. You can also, if you are linked with the CRM, hit create new deal and fill out all this information. And this is where you choose which CRM you want to use, owner, all the different things you would need to know if you're creating a deal, as well as you can use your reply templates right here. So you can go ahead and make as many as you'd like, and they're just quick personalized reply templates. One that we get a lot is, next week sounds great. I'd love to schedule a meeting. Cool. Bam. Great, I'm excited to meet with you. What's your email? I'll go ahead and coordinate an invite for next week. Something as simple and easy, saving you a lot more time. Once we go over to the reports dashboard, if you want to see everything in a statistical manner on a graph, this is your place. If you scroll down a little bit further, for my personal favorite, you can see a day-by-day action report of every action you can do on our platform. I like to see this just because this tells me day by day how I'm doing and if I need to change something up. In the future, we're going to get a little more in-depth in these things, I believe, in the next quarter or two. We'll be able to see what messages have the best reply rates and so on and so forth. You can already search by campaign if you just want to see how a particular campaign has been doing in its life cycle. The default period is 1 month, but you can always change that to further. Down here in the settings is where we get really cool. Okay, I'm just warning you, socks are about to be blown off. Okay, so we have ranges for all of our different actions we can use on this platform. For simplicity purposes, I'm going to use really small numbers. If you set your connection requests and you always want to turn on booster, if you want to run on weekends, that's a personal preference. For your connection requests, if you were to have it at 0 and 10, it's going to send randomly between 0 and 10 every day. Some days it'll send 3, some days it'll send 4, some days it'll send 7. It is completely random. It is so that way it continues to be random and it looks humanized. Like it looks personal, because if you were just to send 10 a day, LinkedIn's going to see that and see you slowly grow from 10 to 30 to 40, and it's going to be like, dude, come on now. Like, that's obviously automation. Same thing for messages. And if you are using LinkedIn Premium or Sales Navigator, same thing for InMails. Same thing for your pages searched and viewed profiles. All these things kind of go hand in hand. The only real limit that we don't have for LinkedIn's purposes is emails. Because you can run emails in an email-only campaign as well, but because you can run email steps alongside of LinkedIn steps, we don't really limit this. I believe you can send up to 250. I stand corrected. You can send up to 250 a day. And then down here to account location, not a lot of people use this, but if you are, say, in the UK, but you want to sell products in the US, maybe you'll use this as a means of set hours. So what this is just working hours of when Grobot will use your automation. It likes to spread out the messages throughout the day. So I have mine set to the regular 9 to 5 hours, but I already am in the US and I'm in the time zone that I want to use. And so it'll spread my messages out from 9 to 5 all day. Your blacklist is pretty straightforward. You'll put in the tag of the company you want to avoid, or first name, last name, the link to said profile, their Twitter, email, university, and just hit enter. Simple, straightforward. Your pending connection requests, I would say set this to about 600 to 800. It doesn't have to be super specific. What this basically is adding every invitation that you send into a queue. And as that queue grows, the ones that are in the queue for the longest get deleted once they're past the, for example, 605th connection request. It's so that we don't have outstanding ones, because if you have a bunch of outstanding ones, LinkedIn's going to see it and think it's a little weird. Down to your pipeline here, I don't really use this, but if you were to connect it with, say, HubSpot, you would be able to see each stage of the deal and be able to move each deal around throughout the stages. As we come down to the templates, this is where you'll see all of your videos. This is also where you'll see every quick reply template that you have made. You can also look through all your templates according to your labels and types, which I'll show you really quick, a quick example. Let's do local toolbiz. So this is a LinkedIn message. I put store link and grow factor. I can always put more labels, take them off, color code them, edit templates, whatever you'd like to do. For your videos, I'll just show you really quick how easy it is. When you're making the video, these are the different buttons that you'll hit, and it'll auto scan the profile as it goes through and auto move with it. I usually like to use small and low scroll speeds just because it's easier and it's less grabbing of the attention. It's more focused on the fact that you made a personalized video and less on the fact of you. The low scroll speed, I just think the other two scroll a little fast because I like to do about 3 or 4 different points, so I'm moving around a decent amount when I make these videos. And as I go back, we're gonna go to the integrations. We can connect with any CRM via Zapier and webhooks, so I have no problem setting that up with anyone, but we natively integrate with Pipedrive and HubSpot. We're looking to expand that in the next quarter or 2, but for right now, that's all we have. Connect with any CRM. On top of that, for your emails, we have an auto warm-up feature, so it doesn't matter which sender you use, we have an auto warm-up feature that will generate conversations, therefore helping your deliverability. If you don't know much about email marketing, I'd be glad to talk to you more about that. These are the ones that we typically see and that we typically use for our platform. And then on to billing, this is just a quick view of your credit card information, and this is not a real card. Good try. These are your enrichment credits you'll have left for the month. Obviously, I have more than 250. I bought some more. Yeah, and then, I will show you the top corner here. Lastly, on the topic of settings, for your user settings, you'll go through and be able to have a quick look at your name, phone number, email, what company you work for, your industry, location, basic things. You can change your password for Grobot itself right here as well. And then this is your workspace information. So this is the little image you see up here. We named it Grobot. We put our own logo up there, and then manage member access. This is where you'll change anyone's LinkedIn admin privileges or Grobot admin privileges. We have him set as a member, so he only sees himself. Now he does see all the templates, but he only sees himself within the workspace when he clicks up here in the top left. Additionally, you'll be able to click workspace settings and billing and buy extra credits from this window.